All right. Hello, YouTube.
The first time we're live on YouTube.
Wow, this is so exciting. I'm Caitlin, your geeky girlfriend, and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you watching on Instagram, thank you all so much for being here. As always, you guys know the drill. Wave, let us know that you're here. If you're on YouTube, you can chat, say hello. JC's going to be our comment moderator because I can see when they pop up and I can see like if somebody waves, but other than that, can't really tell who or what they're saying.
Yeah.
So she's going to be our go-to person for that. This is so exciting. We are finally able to go live on YouTube. Now Instagram and YouTube are going to see the exact same video at the exact same time. So exciting. So thank you all for subscribing on YouTube. If you are on Instagram, make sure after this video you go to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. If you are just in the public here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button right there at the bottom of your screen because we do videos like this all the time. So we would love to have you in our comments and in our chats. And there are other videos in this little series that I call my Tay Talk series that are a lot of fun. So make sure you have your favorite drink, your favorite snack. We have lots of snacks tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are having just a full-on smorgasbord. We've got cheese and crackers. We've got chips and dip, chips and salsa. We've got some fruit. We've got some coconut macarons. We've got sunflower seeds, beef jerky. We've just got a variety. So drop in the comments, our first little engagement. Drop in the comments your favorite snack, your favorite sleepover snack, while we kind of get our notes up. What we're going to be doing tonight is we are going to be doing a complete Midnights Taylor Swift album review, and we are also going to be just talking about some recent Taylor Swift events and drama, especially with this week. This week was a rough week for Swifties. I did post some content on Instagram about it. I was in line for the queue for the Verified Fan pre-sale. Oh, look at this.
Also,
all my notes.
Nice. Also, while we're waiting for people to hop on, I'll just share the wine that I'm having for tonight is Flip Flop brand. It was pretty cheap. I got it at the gas station that's right next to where I live. And it smells really good. I think it's going to be sweet, which I really like. So I'm excited to give her a try. And Caitlin's going to be, we're actually going to be having two different things tonight. So I'm having this and Caitlin's got her own choice.
Yes, because I posted about this the other day on Instagram. So if you're an Instagram follower, my husband and I are trying to conceive. So drinking is not recommended. And I don't drink a ton anyway. It's not like I'm a binge drinker or something. But I'm just trying to take all of the necessary precautions. So I tried something new. And I'm going to be having sparkling white grape juice. I love white grape juice. So this will be kind of fancy. And just so everyone is clear, we are not currently pregnant. But we are trying to conceive. So I'm trying to just, treat my body well and not put anything extra that's not needed in there. Now, if it was like a week from now and I knew for sure that I wasn't, then maybe I would indulge. But since we're kind of in that weird phase where, like, you never know, I'm just like, yeah, let me just have this sparkling grape juice instead.
One other thing while we're waiting for people to kind of hop on too. The era that I'm representing tonight is red. I'm wearing my shirt. Not a lot going on at the moment. I made this almost a year ago for New Year's because Taylor wore a shirt just like this that said not a lot going on at the moment in her 22 music video. And last New Year's, I hosted here at my apartment, I hosted a 22 themed New Year's Eve party. And I have been here for almost a year. And we're back at my place again. This is the shirt. And yeah, so 22 is almost like gone, like it's here and almost gone. So
That's
I just wanted
crazy.
to wear it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
There have been some reels posted on the page featuring those white doors right behind us. And if you have not seen tonight's reel, it's pretty good. You should go check it out. As always, Instagram gave me a headache about actually uploading it, but it was okay in the end. So make sure you hop over. If you are watching this on YouTube and are not already a follower on Instagram, you are more than welcome to jump over there. It's the same handle at Your Geeky Girlfriend. Lots of Tay-themed reels and captions, but the majority of the content is appropriate workwear and teacher fashion. So, yeah, that's fun. And I do a lot of, almost all of the videos that I post here on YouTube or post to YouTube are also shown on Instagram. So my live videos, my unboxings, all of that typically ends up here on YouTube. So if you've been watching my content for a while, you can go over to Instagram and get it first, because Instagram almost always gets it first. One of the snacks that we are really enjoying is this bacon cheddar dip, and it was from Aldi in like their deli section. It is cream cheese based, and it is really good. I know, here I am talking about, oh, I'm trying to be super healthy, and I'm eating all this junk food. But you know, hey, I'm not drinking though, so at least I have that going for me, and I'm not smoking, so not that I ever did. It's pleasantly refreshing.
This wine is really good too. So I'm not sure where else you can catch it other than the UDF right next to where I live. But hey,
probably most UDFs, if you're a United Dairy Farmers, probably have similar wines, I would guess. But the one in New Albany, man, it's got it. It's got it.
Yeah.
Should send some texts to some people, ask them where they at.
Right? Where are you guys?
But we're going to have to go ahead and get started in our content, because I'm not sure if YouTube will cut us off, but Instagram will definitely cut us off at the hour. So what we're going to do we want to start with the juicy gossip, or do we want to do the review first and then kind of end with the juicy gossip?
Maybe we could start with the review first and just try to get through it quickly and then have enough time at the end to do.
Because I think everybody is going to be dying to know whether or not me, as a Barrett 5 fan, got tickets. So keep watching to find out, and we will talk about it at the end of the video. Whether you're watching on YouTube or watching on Instagram, wave, tell us you're here. We're going to be asking you guys questions. You guys can drop your questions in the comments or in the chat. Let us know if you agree with what we're saying, disagree with what we're saying. So we are going to do an album review. This is going to be our honest thoughts about all of the songs on Midnights. We are going to include the deluxe tracks, but I will say I have only listened to the deluxe tracks one time each. And so I have not been listening to them on repeat like I have the other songs. But I will also say that all of the notes that I'm going to share are based on my first initial listen to the album. So everything that I'm going to share was my first impression, and then I might add like, oh, after I've listened to this more, I like it. But yeah. Also, since she told you what era she's representing, I will tell you what era I'm representing. And this is technically 1989 because it says In Your Wildest Dreams. And this is not like a Taylor Swift sweatshirt, but when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is Taylor Swift, even though it's not. But I just kind of made it Taylor Swift. I did post it on my Instagram page, the blog today, and I tagged it, so you can go over there and check that out. So let's get into it. Midnights.
All right.
Overall, if you have not listened to it, it does have kind of a poppy 1989 vibe, but there is some edgy kind of Reputation vibes in there as well. But overall, it is mostly a pop album, not so much folksy or alternative like Folklore and Evermore were, but also definitely not country either. So she kind of is going back to pop. And I just saw a video yesterday of Taylor says that this is a concept album, and she said that she thought of this question: what keeps you up in the middle of the night? And then all of these songs kind of came out of that idea. And so thinking of that, it does make sense, like where the themes come from. And the video, I'm sure, is on YouTube. I'm sure it's on Instagram Reels. You can go watch it for yourself. But she kind of talks about like, oh, is it a first love? Is it your depression? Is it your anxiety? Right off the bat, I will also say that this album is very forthcoming in terms of mental health, self-care, and caring for yourself. And Taylor was very open about some of her mental health struggles in the writing and in the direction of the music videos for this album. So if certain things are triggering for you, just keep that in mind, that some of the songs and some of the lyrics, they're going to hit pretty hard. I was very pleased to hear some of the references myself, but they're not for everybody. And for some people, it might be like, I can't listen to this anymore. So it is very open about her own mental health struggles. So, track number 1, Lavender Haze. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. So again, the notes that I'm going to share, I have lots of notes. The notes that I'm going to share are from my initial viewing of, or not viewing, listening to the album. We were sitting there listening to it the night that it dropped. We were watching the videos on YouTube and stuff, because my CD had not come in yet. And I actually, full frontal honesty, fell asleep listening to this album and had like missed several songs. Had to like wake up and try to like re-listen to them. And then in the morning, I had to just I got to the point where I had to just admit defeat. And I was like, okay, I'll just listen to it in the morning. So then I like freshly listened to it. And my thoughts were a lot better, I will say. So overall, again, first thoughts. My notes for Lavender Haze. The beat is meh, but like kind of catchy at the same time. Lavender Haze to me sounds like something she's already done before. And that is a very common Taylor Swift critique, that all of her songs sound the same and that you can't differentiate them. And I myself have made that same critique. Like, I feel that New Year's Day and Champagne Problems sound a lot alike.
I think that Lavender Haze, the beat to that one sounds a lot like I Think He Knows on Lover.
Yes. So it doesn't like, yeah, it's good, but it's not like, oh man, this is amazing.
Yeah,
like,
that one's growing on me a lot though.
It is. Yeah. Like, it's catchy. And Lucas, you could be watching. My husband, for those of you who do not know, is not a Taylor Swift fan. But whenever we hear her songs, he's like, it gets stuck in his head and he starts singing them. And he's like, she writes catchy songs, okay? But he does not like her, and he doesn't like buy her CDs or listen to her music or anything. And, but he even admits that her songs are catchy, and they are. So the beat is just meh. In all of my notes, I typically like picked out a lyric that I really like. And on my first listen, the lyric, I find it dizzying. They keep bringing up my history, but you're not listening. And even on my first listen, I noted some really great lyrics in this song. My favorite lyric currently is, the only type of girl they see is a one night or a bride. And I think that's really powerful because it's true. Like, if you're not, people are always asking women, when are you getting married? When you're getting married? Like, if you date somebody for a long time, there's just that expectation that you're just getting married. Yeah. So I really like that line. But on the first listen, my favorite line was, I find it dizzying. They're bringing up my history, but you're not even listening. And it has some great lyrics. So those are my thoughts.
I do like the lyrics for that song. And the beat also, I think it's definitely grown on me. It wasn't, when I first listened to it though, I did like it. And then as I listened to more songs, I was like, I think Lavender Haze is still my favorite. So like, when I first listened to it, that was my reaction. But I think that, that song, it gets my vote. It's one of the better ones on the album, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
All right.
It's stuck in my head though because of earlier.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Okay, next is Maroon.
For me, Maroon is not bad. I don't hate it or love it. The lyrics are like fair, but it's not my favorite. But maybe if I listen to it more, it'll grow on me. But yeah.
The only note I have for this one says pacing, no. So I obviously did not like it on the first go round.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I thought it was I talked about this here before on the other videos in the channel. Like some of Taylor's, like I love Taylor Swift, don't get me wrong, but some of her songs I'm just like, no. And this one, Maroon, was that one for me. Like I was just like, no. Like I just didn't like it. It was too slow. I was like, no, I can't get into this one. And it's still like I listened to it and I'm like, okay, like I did a reel with it, like, okay. But it's just okay. Like it's not my favorite. It does not stand, like it doesn't even make the top 5. Like it's just meh. But I do like it better than when I first listened to it. But right away, I could kind of tell that I wasn't going to like it.
Yeah, so this is like the second track on the album. And after I heard Maroon, I was like, I still like Lavender Haze better.
Yes.
That was like my first reaction.
And comparing the two, I had the same reaction. Like, oh,
Yeah.
well, the first one was a lot better
Yeah.
than that one. So, and I kind of was like, yikes. If this is how all of, like, I was kind of honestly 0 for 2. Like, I was like, ugh, if this is how the rest of this album is, I might not be a fan. Because it was kind of hard for me to really, like, commit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on the other hand, track 3, Anti-Hero. This one is my favorite.
I think that's everybody's favorite. Like, I think that one's really been a hit. Everybody I talk to likes it. And it's the one that you hear on, like, social media the most. And people who are anti-Swifties, I've seen, like, critiquing it. And they're like, there's somebody on my Facebook that shared one of the posts that was like, if Taylor Swift played in my bathroom, I wouldn't come.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't come to get, or try to get tickets. And then in the comments, it was like, I swear if I hear Hi, It's Me one more time, because I think it's the one that's played the most on the internet. But I love that song. And what confuses me, though, about that song is, like, I feel like she was talking about her own life.
Mm-hmm.
But then you kind of get, like, I don't know if it's towards the bridge or whatever, where she's talking about, like, her daughter-in-law, like, kills her because she thinks she's taking her money. And I'm like, then it gives me, like, folklore vibes because it's like you're making up a song about, like, someone else's life. So I'm, like, a little bit confused on, like, where her inspiration came from as far as writing the song. But I do like a lot of the lyrics, and it's got a really nice beat to it. So overall, I do like that one, too. One of my favorites on the album, for sure.
All right. I want to respond to what you said first. Because I feel that the bridge is a representation of her own life. They're her own insecurities of what her future is going to be.
Okay.
Like, she feels that, because if we think about her and Joe together, they're very private.
Mm-hmm.
So her kids will probably, if they have children, they'll probably also want to keep them kind of out of the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
But then her kids are going to hear all of these things about how famous she is and how rich she is. And, you know, I envision, if I think about Taylor Swift in 10 years, I envision her, like, happily retired, like, with kids, having a family, just living, being out of the limelight because it's caused her so much anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So she is, like, saying, you know, I have this dream. Like, I do feel like it's a real thing that she dreams about.
That's fair.
And it's her own insecurities of, like, her own family coming after her for her money because of everything that's happened to her. Because it's not her daughter, it's her daughter-in-law.
Yeah,
so
right.
Like, somebody who would marry into her family marries into her family
that's
because
really
of her.
Good speculation. Yeah.
That's my interpretation.
Yeah.
And that's what, when I heard it for the first time, I was like, man, like, that's so deep. Like, that cuts so deep.
Yeah.
Because that's true. Like, you don't think about that, but that does happen to several celebrities. People come in from outside, and she just doesn't want that same thing to happen to her. And then that's why it's like cruelly ironic that she's like, she thinks I left them in the will, but like she probably leaves her cats in the will or something. Like she would give her entire fortune to like Joe and her cats. Like you see that.
Yeah.
So like that's the like cruelly ironic part is like she probably won't leave anything for anybody. It'll probably go to her cats or something because she won't want that to happen.
Yeah.
And like that's her legacy.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of interesting. And then also the line following it that says she's laughing up at us from hell.
Yeah.
That could be an insecurity of hers too, where she's like, ha ha ha. And like she like not to get all religious and all that, but like she could think that she's going to hell. Like her insecurities are that deep that she feels like she's going to hell, and then or her like she thinks that her family thinks she's going to hell and that she's this bad person.
Yeah.
Like either way.
Yeah.
I feel like it is her bringing her insecurities to light.
I would have never thought of it that way. Yeah, because that definitely confused me because she's only 32 and I don't even know if her and Joe are married. She doesn't have a daughter-in-law, but now that you say that, it could be like her looking into her own future. Like my daughter-in-law, thinks that I left her in the will and like killed me for my money or whatever. Maybe it's something that she worries about or something that's like kept her up at night.
But
yeah,
my notes are, number one, my favorite lyric when I first heard it was "Midnights become my afternoons." I think that's really, that is something that we know to be true because she wrote "Lover" in the middle of the night. She's written so many songs in the middle of the night. This is something that for her is reality.
Yeah.
That she doesn't sleep. She is up at night.
Yeah.
And the lyrics of this song, I love the line, like, when my depression works the graveyard shift, all of the people I've ghosted are standing in the room. Like, this is one of the songs that very blatantly addresses her mental health, her depression, her anxiety, her insecurities. I think that's marvelous. I think it's fantastic. And the other thing is she fits so many syllables into one line. Like the did you hear my covert narcissism?
Yeah.
I disguised as altruism.
Yeah.
That's like 10 syllables right there in one line. And then it's like so many syllables, but it sounds so good.
Yeah.
It sounds so good. And so when I first heard this song, I was like, oh my gosh, there are so many sounds in this one line. It was crazy. Just crazy. And then it's just beautiful. I'll stare directly at the sun. So
but
again,
never in the mirror.
Never in the mirror. Mind blown.
Yeah.
I love it.
That
it's my favorite. Yeah. It's my favorite.
That one stands out to me too. Yeah.
Yes. This is the
really
Scream
powerful.
Sing one. I just love it. I just love it. Anyway, enough about that. Moving on. Snow on the Beach featuring Lana Del Rey. I know a lot of people were really excited for this one because of Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
And a common critique that I've heard is they wish Lana Del Rey was in it more.
Interesting.
This one sounds like a Christmas song, number one. Gives me Gold Rush vibes from Evermore. Like I get that sort of vibe. Sounds like Christmas. The beginning, like
it's really soft, like
the "It's time to fake it till you make it" line is my favorite, but overall, this one's just like meh for me. Like it just falls short. I'm just like, it's okay. I sing along to it, but am I gonna be like, oh, I have to listen to Snow on the Beach? No, I'm gonna go back and listen to Anti-Hero again before I listen to Snow on the Beach.
I forget where I was reading this, and it might have even been before the album was released, but I think the inspiration behind that song had to do with like, when you love somebody and you're being loved in return, it's just like this really awesome, rare thing. A lot like seeing snow on the beach where you look around and you're like, is this really happening? And then when you realize that it is really happening, it's like, it's this rare thing. And it's like, so like cool and unique and like beautiful. So that's kind of like what I heard was like the analogy, I guess. And
I get
but again, like, I mean, when I hear it, I'm like, it's okay. Like it's another one that like it could grow on me, but it's not one of my favorites, I think.
Yeah, and I definitely do get that message across in the song, but it's just me. All right, moving on.
You're on Your Own, Kid. I like this one. I like at the beginning of the song where she's talking about like trying to get out of town, but you're the one who can make me stay, and like she's like all miserable and wants to leave town. But yeah, overall, like the beat is also pretty good. Yeah, I don't dislike this one, so it's pretty good.
To me, this one did not feel like a track 5 to me. Felt more like a track 9 to me.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I guess when I think of Taylor Swift, when I think of track 5s, All Too Well, Dear John, or not Dear John. Yeah, Dear John is a track 5.
Yeah.
And
so for anybody who doesn't know what a track 5 is for Taylor Swift albums, track 5 is always the song on there that's like very vulnerable and deep and like reveals something very intimate. And on every album, a track 5 tends to be like that. So All Too Well on the Red album.
Delicate was a track 5.
Delicate on Reputation.
Dear John.
Dear John.
White Horse.
White Horse. Tolerate It. So yeah, if you look up those songs, The Archer on Lover.
Tears. My Tears Ricochet, My Tears Ricochet is Folklore's track 5.
Yeah,
and
so
The Archer, yeah.
So that's what we're talking about when we
also
reference track 5s and the way, the feel and the vibe that they have. So, yeah. And I can see that one being a track 5, but yeah.
I was just kind of like, and the more that I listen to it, I see her struggle. I can hear it. But at first, I was like, I don't get it. But I do now. That's for another video. But I get it now. And the bridge is amazing. I posted a reel about that also. It's kind of been viral as well. I gave my blood, sweat, and tears for this. I hosted parties, starved my body, all of that is the bridge. And the killer line for me is you always have been. That's the part that's really like, so it's when I first impression, I was like, it's okay. Not as good as other track 5s, but not terrible. It's not the worst song by far. But now, the more that I've listened to it, it's in my top 5 of favorites from the album.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty good.
It's making its way up there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next one, Midnight Rain. I will say, so this is, I guess I'll just like out you. This is Caitlin's like least favorite, but, and I can understand why. I like her voice. I like Taylor's voice in this one. And there are some good lyrics. Like he was sunshine and I was midnight rain. That is so deep and so good. But if you listen to it, her voice is really good in this one. But Caitlin does not like it.
Okay. My first note says, instant hate from the first vocal. I sent her a video of what I feel like Midnight Rain sounds like. And I'll give you guys a little sample. You wanted a comfortable, I wanted a I don't know who the supporting vocalist is in this song, and I'm sorry for mocking you, but I don't like it. And I don't know who you are, but I probably will not be purchasing your albums.
I don't mind it.
Whoever you are.
I think it's okay. I think it's good. But
however, it's the skip track for me. Like literally, don't even let it play the first note. I literally listen to You're on Your Own, Kid, skip, and then I go straight to 7.
Taking a pen.
I can't even do it. Like, I agree that Taylor's voice sounds okay, and I tried to give that a chance, and I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's like Hoax for me. I can't do Hoax either.
Or sad.
And you know what, though? I would listen. I have been listening to Sad Beautiful. I have been listening to Sad Beautiful Tragic more. Because you know what my logic is? It's not Hoax.
I can't believe you hate one worse than Sad Beautiful Tragic.
Oh, that was before Hoax came along.
We still love you, Tay.
And now it would be a tough call between Midnight Rain and
I
Hoax.
could go on about a couple of my not favorite ones of Tay, but they're not any of those ones. But
okay, so let's move on.
Okay.
To number 7. Question.
That one's got an interesting beat to it.
Yeah. It's got an interesting story, interesting theme. And this one is very interesting because to me, this is just me, YouTube, don't cancel me.
Oh gosh.
This kind of has a conservative undertone to it. And Anti-Hero has had some pretty notable conservatives agree with what she's saying. And it has some conservative undertones too. And it's ironic because Taylor Swift previously has been shunned or almost not canceled because, that's not on the conservative side. But people don't like her because of her political leanings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this song is interesting because, remember, if we think about the concept album, these are things that keep her up at night. She says, sometimes I just like to have a conversation. And it's politics, gender roles. These are things that people ask her about. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I don't want to talk about that. Can I ask you a question? And so it's interesting. Yeah. It just has a conservative undertone. The lyrics are pretty good. I like the beat. Yeah. It's not one of my favorites, but it's okay.
Yeah.
If it gets me past Midnight Rain, I'm fine with it. So I'll gladly listen to Question if it means I don't have to listen to Midnight Rain. But it's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
Any other thoughts? That one was pretty easy.
I don't think so. Yeah, not really any other thoughts about that one.
Okay, the next one. Can't say the real name or else we'll get shunned. Somebody joined. Who is it?
Haley Joe. Hi, Haley.
Thank you for joining. Welcome.
We're in the middle of critiquing. We're in the middle of critiquing the Midnights album. So thanks for joining. It says we have 3 people on YouTube right now. I can't tell.
Oh,
it's the Fishers.
I'm sorry. It didn't show us anything that you guys, it doesn't show up on Instagram.
Yeah, so if you're on here, comment, because it says we have 3 people, and Nate's the only one who commented, so we're the only one. I think Jess is watching.
Yeah, if you're here, comment, because unlike Instagram, if you join on Instagram, we see you pop up, but here on YouTube, we're not seeing you pop up. We only see you if you actually make a comment. So let us know. And if you're just now joining in, like she said, we were reviewing and kind of giving some critiques on Taylor Swift's new album, Midnights, that released a couple.
That's what Nate said. Canceled.
Yeah, I know, right? And you gotta be careful these days. And
Jessica, yeah, me and Emmy are watching. I thought she was, yeah.
Hi, Emmy.
But then we have one other person who's watching. I don't know who it is, but so Nate, Jess, and then there's one other person. So
great.
Cool. Thanks for watching.
Yes, comment. Let us know that you're here because we did not realize anybody was here on YouTube. We just were doing it and then it was gonna upload. I don't mind doing it because then it's okay, no pressure. Nobody's actually watching. So we can just upload it later and we can watch later,
Yeah.
But then it's a little bit more pressure when people actually watch it. But anyway, we are a little over halfway through the album critique.
Yeah.
We are on track 8, and I can't say the full title because it contains an expletive, and YouTube does not like that. Neither does Instagram. So we're just gonna call it Vigilante Shh. And if you know, you know the title, because Instagram and YouTube don't like that. So
keep for these kind of songs, I love Tay, and I love that she uses what happens to her to, she has an outlet. She can write about it. That's awesome. Some of these little revenge songs, I don't know. I don't always, I feel like I can't really get behind them sometimes, but I think that like if you're still hurt about something, then like yes, it's okay. So I can be sensitive to that. But anyways, I did think this song originally when I first heard it was about Kim and Kanye, and I thought it was still over that feud, but I don't think that it is. So it's like it's honestly like the beat is kind of catchy, I feel like. But again, just like the whole revenge thing, I don't know.
I mean, I see that. Like you're saying earlier, she is 32. Like, how long are we gonna keep?
And like I said, though,
these,
like if you're still hurt about it, then like, who am I to say that you can't be hurt about it? So like, again, you're using your talent as an outlet, and I think that's beautiful and that's awesome. So I mean, who am I to judge your heart?
I, on the other hand, love this. Love this. I literally put a star next to this one. And at first, I wasn't sure if this one or Anti-Hero was my favorite. And I love the lyrics. The opening, draw the cat eye sharp enough to kill a man. I was like, yes, slay. Okay. I love the beat. I love the sound of it. This one is also kind of trending on Instagram and TikTok, and fashion reels and stuff like that. So you've probably heard it even if you haven't listened to the album. But I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the lyrics. I love the beat. Because I am a big fan of Reputation. And when Reputation came out, people didn't like it because it was different. It was dark. It was edgy.
Mm-hmm.
And this gave me Reputation vibes. And I was like, yes. Yes.
We have a couple of comments.
Okay.
Jess said, write it in a diary, then burn the diary.
Okay.
Nate said, I can only stay for a few minutes, but what's y'all's favorite from Midnights, if that's not spoiling this breakdown?
No. My favorite is Anti-Hero.
I think Anti-Hero would probably be one of my favorites, but I think that probably my top favorite would have to be, it's actually from the deluxe 3 a.m. Version, Would've, Could've, Should've. That's probably my favorite one. So
my top 5 are probably Anti-Hero, Vigilante. Actually, no. Let me restart. Anti-Hero, Karma. You're on Your Own, Kid. No, that's wrong. Anti-Hero, Karma, Mastermind. You're on Your Own, Kid. Vigilante are my top 5. Because I love Mastermind also, and we'll get to that. But yeah, thank you for your question. It was a good question. So that was track 8. We're on to track 9.
Bejeweled.
Bejeweled.
I like that one. It's got a very catchy beat. It's very fun. And like this is like the part where she's kind of like expressing her confidence, I feel like too.
Yeah.
I like the part where she says, what's a girl gonna do? A diamond's gotta shine.
Yes.
So I do really like that one. I think it's also one of the more popular ones among other Swifties too. It's one that I feel like I hear on the internet more as well, but definitely really like that one.
Yes. I like the message in it. Like, don't let anyone dull your sparkle. I love that. She's like, oh, by the way, I'm going out tonight. And she's just kind of over you. Like, I love the message. This was where I fell asleep the first time I listened to it. Like, I was halfway through and fell asleep, but I do really like the melody. And yeah, the shoes I gave you as a present is a funny line. I like that one. And yeah, this it's cute. I like it. It's catchy. That's the one that gets stuck in my head the most, I think. Like,
it's easy to get that one stuck in your head.
All right, number 10, Labyrinth. First time I listened to it, fell asleep. My notes say meh. But when I listened to it the next day for the actual listen, because I only listened to probably the first beat and like maybe the first 3 lines. Like, I did not listen to very much. So I gave it a second listen.
This one's very like slow kind of, and I do like this one. Like, she's very soft. very honest and like maybe somewhat vulnerable, not super vulnerable, I guess, but yeah, I like it. I like the part where she says breathe in, breathe through, breathe deep.
Yes.
So
breathe out. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
breathe
Yes.
out.
When I actually listened to it, the lyrics that she said are beautiful. The line about hating elevators is really clever. And this song is a really, really good depiction of first love. And, she's like, I've always been scared of elevators. I never trusted anything that rises fast. It can't last. So that initial like infatuation, love, and you're just like, oh, like you're so into them. And then like the fear that it'll fade. And later on in the song, it's kind of like, they get in a fight or something happens. And she's like, I only feel this raw right now, lost in the labyrinth of my mind. She's overthinking. So it's just got some really interesting messages about first love, relationships, and literally navigating all of that and the maze that is a relationship with somebody else and another human when you can't read their mind and you don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
So it's very beautiful. However, it does not make the list of favorites because there's a second vocalist in it. And I will say almost, like 90% of the time, with the exception of Coney Island, anytime that or Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran is fine. I don't like any of the songs with guest vocalists.
Ooh.
Like
Brendan Urie though.
Okay, that one's okay. That one's a little bit different.
That was a good one.
90% of the time. So it's like
that one's like one of my favorites.
Because Ed Sheeran is fine. I don't have any problems with Ed Sheeran. Brendan Urie is fine. But like Bon Iver, did not like that one.
Bon Iver on
Lana Del Rey.
On Exile, Bon Iver, if that's how you say it.
Yeah. And he's in Evermore too, and I was just like, but Coney
like
Island is okay. So I would say like 90% of the time, there are a few exceptions, but most of the time, I don't like Taylor Swift because of her guest vocalist. I like Taylor Swift because of Taylor Swift and her vocals. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't listen to Taylor Swift for other people. I listen to Taylor Swift for Taylor Swift. And I get annoyed when other people are in her songs. I'm like, get out. Like, this song was so good until you came in. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And so that's why Labyrinth doesn't make the top charts for me because it has somebody else in it.
We have a comment. Nate said, Brendan Urie is fine. There, I said.
Fine. Okay. I'm with you. He is. He's good looking. I'll give you that.
He's got a nice voice.
There, I said it.
In me. He's got a really nice voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nate.
Yeah, he's not bad to look at.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Karma is another one of those ones. It's like it's this big revenge like mindset. It's a funny kind of song though. Like when she compares Karma to a cat that purrs in her lap, like Karma is a cat purring in my lap because it loves me. Like that was hilarious.
I laughed out loud. Legit.
That was kind of funny.
Like,
I don't like that she uses the Lord's name in vain though in that song. Like, but there is a clean version where she says flexing like a Vegas acrobat, and that's a little bit better.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a cleaner version, there is one out
there. Good to know.
Yeah. But it is kind of a funny song. Like, I don't know. Yeah. It's not bad.
So. First listen, I was asleep. I fell asleep. I was like, doesn't stick out to me. Not gonna remember it. The second time I listened to it and I heard the cat line, I was listening to it when I was in the shower and I literally was like, like belly laughing at that line. I just thought it was hilarious. I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah. And
there's like one song in all of them, like Gorgeous, for example, where she's like, I'll just go home to my cats. Like,
yeah, stumble on home to my cats.
Yes, it just makes me laugh.
Yeah.
So this one to me started off as like the comedy track, but the more I listened to it, I'm like, this is iconic. Like, this is iconic. And the bridge is phenomenal. Like, ask me what I've learned from all those years. Ask me what I've earned from all those tears. It's
Yeah.
phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And I love the like just the beat. It gives me like you need to calm down vibes. Like it's very just like in your face, bass dropping. I love it. And the part and I sing Karma to my cat. Karma is a cat. Put it in my lap because he loves me. I literally sing it to my cat. And my cat loves me, or so I think. And he probably doesn't so love that I'm singing to him, but you know what? It's anyway.
Next, Sweet Nothing. I do believe she and her boyfriend, they could be engaged, they could be married for all we know, but their relationship is private, so we wouldn't know. But his pseudonym is William Bowery, and I do believe they wrote that one together, which is really sweet. When I heard it, I wasn't a fan. Like, it's not that I wasn't a fan, but it wasn't one of my favorites. So, like, there's that, but it is sweet that they wrote it together. So, I guess we'll give it some credit for that.
Yeah, I have the same. Like, the bridge is pretty good. The melody and beat's pretty good. It has some cute lyrics, but overall,
yeah.
Especially after Karma, I'm like on such a high after Karma. It's just like,
yeah.
Okay. I think personally, I feel like Sweet Nothing should have been track 13 and let Mastermind be 12. But who am I? I don't work for Taylor Swift. Hey, if I did, no, just I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in.
All right.
Last one.
Mastermind.
Last one of the regular. How are we doing on time?
We've only got like 14 minutes left, so we might.
All right. Yeah. I love this song. Good vibe, melody. The lyrics are great. I love this one. It's in my top 5. I love it more and more every time I listen to it. The line about I saw a wide smirk on your face, you knew the whole time. I think that's so true. Like, you know, when we try to keep things a secret, or like, for example, I tried to surprise my husband with 30th birthday party and he knew the whole time, but he still like went along with it. And that's kind of the message of this song, is when you love somebody, you like know their secrets, but you still like go along with them because you want them to have the joy. And I love it. I love that. I love the dominoes cascaded in a line. It's just lyrically beautiful. The rhymes, all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. You and I ended up in the same room at the same time or whatever. Like, that's really cool. And yeah, it's a pretty good song.
I think this is my theory. Somebody join. Big wave.
Courtney Abram. Hey!
Welcome. Thank you for joining. We have like 13 minutes left to get through our Midnight's album review and a little bit of gossip at the end. So we're trying to go quickly, but thank you so much for joining, and you can comment and follow along, and you can always go back and rewatch this video either on Instagram or on YouTube. So yeah, I love Mastermind. I think it's great.
Okay.
Love it. I think it's the story of how her and Joe met was what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it leads to, is like, this is the story of kind of how they came together, and I think that's cute.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about the 3 a.m. tracks. We had to do some serious digging to find all of these. They were not all in one spot, and there's actually been another one that has been released since the album was released. There was like another one. It's called Hits Different, I think.
Oh.
And we have not listened to that one, so we will not be reviewing. I don't know who this is.
Sid Striker, not 29. I don't know who that is.
Oh, well, hello. Thank you for joining.
Hey.
I'm like, oh, hello. So yeah, that one, the Hits Different, we will not be reviewing because I haven't had the time to listen to it yet. So we're going to do a separate video about that. So we're going to start with The Great War. And like I said, we had to look these up. Like, we had to look them up and then go try and search YouTube videos for them. Like, they weren't just with the original videos that we had to like piece it all together.
I don't remember the deluxe tracks as much other than my favorite. Would have, could have, should have. But anywho.
So, The Great War, it's just okay. Has a decent beat. I didn't take any notes about the lyrics, so must not have been anything super remarkable because I would have wrote it down.
Yeah.
I remember just being like, it's okay. That was it. That's all I got. Bigger Than the Whole Sky. I have that it was an interesting lyric, and I will say I have not listened to these songs since that first night, so I don't remember anything about them.
Yeah.
Very little. Like, I have very little memory of what they actually sound like.
She bought the CD that doesn't have the deluxe tracks on
Because
it.
I didn't
it's not
know.
as easy to, like, hear those ones unless you look them up.
Yeah. And I did not know that there was going to be a deluxe version.
Yeah, when she pre-ordered it.
I think when I pre-ordered the CD, I got some pop-up message that was like, oh, do you want to add the Moonstone Deluxe CD? And I was like, no, why would I do that?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I had the option, but I turned it down because I was like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I would have known if there was going to be a deluxe CD, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Right.
So now I have to order the deluxe CD, which I'm going to. I just haven't yet. So
yeah.
Anyway, the next one is Paris. And this one, I did take note of a lyric. I wrote that it was fun, light and airy, and I do like vaguely remember some of this. I have a lyric written down here. Not the kind, oh, this is okay. She says something about shade. And she says, not the kind that's thrown, the kind that is bred from a tree that's growing.
Mm.
So that was a really good lyric. I liked that. But yeah, it was fun. Yeah. It was not my favorite based on the first listen because I don't have a star next to it. Next is High Infidelity. I said it was meh. Good beat. Catchy, gets stuck in your head, but overall nothing great. That's all I got. I don't know. Glitch, I really liked the beat. It's catchy. It has cute lyrics and a nice message. It's like, I think there's been a glitch. It's kind of like, oh, I thought this was going to be nothing. I thought it was just going to be a friendship, but now it's like this actual relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really cute message. So I do really like this one. I can hear it's like, I think it's like very techno sounding. Mm-hmm. Sounds like a video game almost. So this one was very well done, I think. And it matches, like, the name of it matches the sound, and everything's just very cohesive.
Yeah.
So I do like this one. Would've, could've, should've. We think that this is about John Mayer, which is kind of a plus. Like, it's pretty obvious that it's about John Mayer.
Yeah.
This one is also kind of going around on the internet here in the past week or so. Something about, like, definitely. You took my girlhood or something like that. There's
Give me back my girlhood. It was mine first.
Yes, that is something that's going around.
Yeah. And then she points out, like, the fact that he's a lot older than her. And she said, if I was some paint, did it splatter on a promising grown man? I mean, and I've seen reactions where people have said things like, oh, the fact that she's writing about John Mayer over a decade later. And it's like, okay, but she was also very young and that really impacted her. And she's still feeling the pain and the effects of that years later. And she's just, again, like, processing that and writing that. That doesn't mean that she has to out him. No, but I mean, she even says in the song, like, I can't let this go. I fight with you in my sleep and the wound won't close. And it's just really powerful.
And who knows, this could be a song that she had written at that time. She could have written it at that time. And if you know, we have not yet gotten, this might have been a track that was going to be on the Taylor's version of Speak Now.
Yeah.
And she just released it with this new album. We have no idea. Yeah. So that critique doesn't really make any sense to me because we've all seen, not all of us, some of us have seen her diary pages. So it's like, we know that there are more things, and we've heard all the re-records. We've heard from the vault tracks. We know she always has something. So some of these might have been songs that just never got released.
Yeah.
They might not have been produced, especially for this album.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Good one. Okay. Last one is Dear Reader. This one was my favorite.
I like that one too. I do remember that one.
My favorite deluxe track. It was a good way to end it. It kind of is an homage to her fans. The lyric, it's a love letter to her past self and her fans. The lyrics that I loved were bend when you can, snap when you have to. Gave me literal chills. Like literal chills. And to me, it was just an homage to like, this is me. This is what I have for you. Hope you enjoy it, dear reader. Sincerely me, type of a thing. Like, and it was just very beautiful. So it was my favorite. I wished I had the deluxe track so I could listen to that one over and over again because I really liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was it. Overall, if I had to give it a score, it's definitely not my favorite album.
I still have to let it grow on me a little more, but overall, still not my favorite album. But it's a good album, though. Yeah. I like it.
It's good. Yeah. I would give it probably like either a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10 overall, like a solid 75 to 80%.
Yeah. But even though it's not our favorite album, that's okay because the Eras tour is coming up, which leads us into our next little thing because we got 4.5 minutes left.
It's okay. So, some of you may also have been in the same boat on Tuesday of last week or Monday. So let me just rehash my week for you. Monday, I get this text that says, tomorrow, use this link and code to log in, taylorswift.com. And I was like, no way, right? I never win anything, guys. Like, I'm literally the most unlucky person. I am walking Murphy's Law. Nothing happens to me. Like, I'm not joking. Or things happen to me that, like, are, like I said, Murphy's Law. I'm literally walking, talking Murphy's Law. So I got this text. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got a text. I get the email. Congratulations, you've been selected. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This is a dream. Wake up Tuesday morning. I was not feeling well. I did not call off work just to get Taylor Swift tickets. Let me make that clear. I had a really sore throat.
She's lying.
I had a really sore throat. And
I was sick too. We both,
I was tested for COVID. I was negative. So I was sick. And I was like, oh, well, at least I'm home. Look at my computer. Set an alarm. Got in line. I think I was originally on the wrong link. So I clicked on a different link. 9:32 a.m. 2 minutes after the waiting room had actually opened. Get in the queen. I was attempting to buy 4 tickets. 1 for me, 1 for her, 1 for Anna, and 1 for Sydney, my sister. 4 tickets. The max was 6. So I was like, fine, no big deal. My sister's friend was also in line virtually at the same time. And her line was moving a lot faster than mine was. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if there was a glitch. I don't know if I was hacked. Not I was hacked, but if the system was hacked, whatever, I was not moving. My sister's friend gets in line, gets her 2 tickets, checks out, no issues at all. Hindsight really is 2020 because I should have had my sister's friend get 6 tickets and then we would not be in this situation. I waited from 9:32 to 4:50. No, it wasn't that. It was like 2:50 p.m. So what is that? 5 hours, I think. Get to where?
Almost 6 hours, I think.
Yeah. One person in front, counting down. 300 and some people in front of you. 30 some people in front of you. One person in front of you. And I'm literally like, wallet out, ready to go. One person in front of you. You're next in line. Sorry, something went wrong. Y'all, I thought my heart was going to explode. I was like, are you kidding me? What? No other choice but to rejoin the queue. Okay, I guess I'm rejoining the queue. Click it. This time I was through the line in about 20 minutes. And I had posted like a funny reel, like 4 hours later, oh my God, she's insane. I did that from I can't think of the song. I Bet You Think About Me, that one. And so I was like trying to be funny. I was trying to be lighthearted about it. I was like, it's fine. I get in there, finally get through, putting in my verified fan code, which at first was not working. It was my fault. It was user error. My bad. It's going to kick us off in like a minute. And everything that I clicked, like 4 tickets, 2 tickets, I was trying to break us up into groups of 2. I was buying tickets that were behind the stage. I wasn't even going to get to see her. But for $49, I was like, whatever. At least I get to go. Everything gone. Sorry, somebody beat you to a car. Sorry, somebody beat you to a car. Sorry, somebody beat you to a car. And then by the time I was done, like nothing was left. And I was like, this is ridiculous. So I did all that for nothing. Capital One pre-sale was the next day. Anna's a Capital One card holder. My sister and Anna both try and log in. Nothing. Sydney couldn't even get any shows to load. Anna got it, waited in line, did the whole queue, nothing available. And it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then Ticketmaster comes out and says that 3.9 billion people were using that queue and trying to access those tickets. 3.9 billion people. Do you know how many people are on our planet? 8 billion.
Yeah.
Almost half the planet. Are you kidding me? I can guarantee you half the planet is not a Taylor Swift fan. I can guarantee you half the planet is not a Taylor Swift fan.
Oh, trust me. I've seen plenty of people on Facebook who are like ranting saying like, I think I mentioned it earlier, like, if Taylor Swift performed in my bathroom, I wouldn't go. And I was like,
Yes!
well, I'm not sorry for wanting tickets. But anywho.
So, no, I did not get tickets. As of right now, we do not have tickets. We're salty about it.
We don't have tickets yet.
Not yet. This whole, I have heard that some side Instagram, if we get cut off, just join us on YouTube because we might get cut off here soon. We're going to keep going, but you'll see. I've heard that some side ticket retailers, StubHub, I've heard another one, Vivid Seats, different things like that, still have tickets for sale. Might be a little bit more expensive, but you just have to poke around. This one girl that I've been talking to on Instagram, she's like, just try all the different shows. She's like, I was able to get some. So, but the point of this verified fan thing was to prevent bots and to prevent scalpers from buying these tickets to let people like us who are real people and real fans go to the concert.
Yeah. But
yet somehow that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. And
people are selling these Taylor Swift tickets for $20,000, $50,000. Like, no. I love her, but no. Never in my life. I would never, first of all, I don't even have that much money. Literally. That is almost half of my annual salary. Almost half. No. For one ticket. One. That's why I told everybody, I was like, whatever. Give me a $49 ticket. I don't care if I can't see her. At least I'll be able to hear her. I'll still be able to have a good time. I don't even care. Couldn't even get those. Could not even get those. And now, those same $49 tickets were being sold on StubHub for like over $300. And you literally won't even be able to see her because they're set up behind the stage. And that's one of the things that I know a lot of TikTokers are talking about is like, why are we even why are these tickets behind the stage even being sold? Why is this even a thing? But hey, I bet those people who got them are really excited to even be going. So whoever got my $49 ticket, enjoy it. You better not be some spammer because I bet you are. So yeah, they were trying to prevent spammers and hackers and scalpers.
No, it's still what happened.
And that's exactly what happened. So Taylor Swift has come out and she has said that she's mortified that this has happened. She's angry. She's like, I have a hard time trusting outside people with selling my stuff. And this is exactly why. And like, it's not her fault, but at the same time, like, it kind of is that people are selling this stuff $20,000 and $50,000 because you know somebody is going to pay that. Somebody somewhere. If you are watching this video, do not pay $50,000 for a Taylor Swift ticket. Do not.
Just said yes, yet. It's not over till the night's over.
Yes. Don't pay $50,000 because that's exactly why this is happening. Because somebody somewhere at some point in time bought a ticket for that much money. So now these other people are like, oh, well, last time I made $20,000 on one ticket. So I'm just going to go and sell it again.
That is just wild. It's twisted, though.
It is. It's pathetic. And I do feel bad because I said at least I did not get tickets in my cart and then get the error. Because that happened to somebody that I know personally. She had tickets in her cart, ready to check out. Sent her to the back of the line. And then she didn't get anything. She lost what she had because it kicked her out. Ticketmaster was down. We completely underestimated the demand.
Yeah.
I was like, are you kidding me? It's Taylor Swift. And she hasn't been on tour for 4 years.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You knew there was going to be like some kind of demand.
What do you mean underestimated? They said they anticipated 1 billion people. 1 billion. That's 1/8 of the planet. Which, okay, I guess that's a fair estimate, 1 billion people, you know, but the Cincinnati show alone holds 65,000 people if it's sold out. So if you do all the math for all of the stadiums all over the world that she's touring, the math might add, like, they should have been like, okay, how many total people can go to this concert?
Yeah.
It's probably a couple billion.
Yeah.
Like, you had to at least estimate that she was going to sell out.
Yeah.
Because almost every time she goes anywhere, she sells out.
Yeah.
Like, you had to at least anticipate that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we completely underestimated. Did you? Yeah, we did. And it's just like, but why though? How did you underestimate? It's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
It's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So here's what I think is going to happen. I think she's either going to add more dates to the show. Because, for those of you who don't know, the public sale was canceled because all of the tickets were gone. Literally in 2 days of pre-sale, verified fans and Capital One card holders took all of the tickets. All of them. Well, we can't even say that. Capital One holders, I guarantee you, did not get the tickets. But spammers and scalpers did.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the tickets are gone. All of them. They couldn't even hold the regular public sale on Friday. It was supposed to be yesterday, 10 a.m. They canceled it. And we were like, what? What the heck? Because our thought process the whole time was, okay, we didn't get tickets on Tuesday. We're going to try again on Wednesday. And then when we didn't get tickets on Wednesday, we're like, okay, we'll just try again Friday. Everybody can try for different concerts, like Pittsburgh, Nashville, whatever. They canceled it. I'm sorry. These shows have been completely sold out. This sale will be canceled. And I find it hard to believe, too, that every concert, every stage, in every city is sold out.
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody joined.
Bobby Kumar 849. I don't know who that is.
Welcome.
We're about to finish up.
Yep. But you can rewatch this video here on Instagram or live.
Jess said, yes, people do this all the time at Christmas with the popular toys.
Oh. That does make sense. Buy them from the stores and then sell them at double the price.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's wild.
But why though?
Yeah.
Like, somebody is robbing me of a Taylor Swift fan experience.
Yeah.
But anyway, I hope whoever you are, that you have joy. Because I do not. Because of you. But Taylor did release a statement saying how upset she was and how mad she was. And she was like, I hope that we'll get to see each other soon. So I think she's either going to announce more dates, announce more cities, or I don't know how, but maybe she'll round up all the verified fans who didn't get tickets. I don't know how she would ever be able to do that, but
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
But just like her character and her integrity there, like, it's just awesome. It just goes to show how awesome she is. And like, she really, she didn't want this. I don't know anybody who would want this to happen, but like, she truly was like remorseful about it, even though it wasn't like really her fault.
Well, and it's kind of sad for her in a way. Like, yes, she's making gobs and gobs of money. But she knows it wasn't real people who bought all the tickets. So, like, in a way, for her, and as an artist,
she's being, like, stolen from, kind of.
Yeah. Like, her stages won't be sold out now because nobody's going to pay those prices.
Yeah.
So, like, it's taking money away. Maybe that's the theme. Maybe it's a conspiracy theory. Maybe somebody's trying to rob Taylor Swift. See? My daughter-in-law kills me for the money. I'm telling you. But, like, it is sort of sad for her.
Yeah.
Because every artist's goal is to bring joy to people through their art, through their form.
Yeah.
And if her stage is only half, or her concert's only half full because bots bought all the tickets, then what does that do? Like, that's,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, those, 20, 30,000 people will have a great time, but like, she could have had 30 more thousand people there.
Yeah.
And I know some of you, Lucas, will be like, well, yeah, she's sad because she's not going to make as much money. And maybe that's true. way, it's still sad for her. This isn't what she wanted.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't devise this, oh, let's get all these bots to buy all the tickets. No, because she wants real people at her concerts too.
Yeah. Poor Tay.
What can we do? What can we do? Well, everyone, always a fun night.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for commenting and hanging out with us. I don't think we have any other. That was the big gossip, just that no, we did not get tickets yet. We're still waiting, still hoping that somebody somewhere will sneak us some tickets.
Yes.
I mean, radio contest, something. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe somebody somewhere will just mail me some.
Yeah. I hope we do still get to go. Don't know like where or when it'll be.
I don't care.
But it'll be fun to be able to maybe do that next summer. So guess we'll have to do another talk sharing about our experience actually getting tickets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we get them, yeah. Not if, when.
Yeah. So.
But thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, you can hit that red subscribe button right below you if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, jump over to YouTube, hit that red subscribe button while you're visiting my page. It's right there at the top. You can't miss it. And if you're not a follow on Instagram, you can go to Instagram. It's the same handle as you see there.
At your_geekygf.
And see all of my content over there on Instagram as well. Thank you all so much for watching this video. There are other videos in this series. If you liked this one and you were watching for the first time, go check out all my other Tay Talks. And this was fun. We'll have to go live on YouTube now more often. And now Instagram and YouTube have the same video live at the same time. Super cool.
We love it. We love
And
to
I
see
don't
it.
have to go take it and upload it. And I mean, YouTube has always gotten the same video as Instagram, but it's been an Instagram video. So now I don't have to do that. I can just upload automatically.
Because you have enough subscribers now that you can go live on YouTube.
Woo!
Very cool.
So tell your friends, share this, share my page on Instagram, go watch our latest reel. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Thank you as always to my
Thanks for having me.
fearless guest. And
Enjoy the rest of 22. If we don't do another Tay Talk between now and then. It's been great.
I'm sure we will. We have lots more topics to discuss. All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye. End video. Okay. End video.